So I usually don't like opening my other requests because you have a lot of hellos and highs, and then don't follow up with the kind of questions they want to ask, right? But today's video is one of the frequently asked questions. It's been a while I updated the frequently asked questions playlist, and I'm making this my official comeback for the frequently asked questions. So yeah, today's video I want to talk about something people ask a lot, and this one really hits me. Right, I got this DM from Akia. I'll leave the handle. I think I'll leave it down here. You can see who that is from. Hello, my name is Akia. I'm currently studying photography, and I was wondering if I could ask you some questions. Usually, I know these questions won't lead anywhere because they'll probably ask me what I do, what settings I'm using, and all that. But it struck me because if I should read this, you understand why. So I'm like, hey, Akia, how can I help? And it goes like, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. As for the questions, how did you get into photography? What motivates you to create? How did you find your style of photography? How did you gain your confidence to shoot? For example, shooting with new people. And do you have any advice for up and coming photographers trying to make it in the industry? I thought, rather than reply here, I'll make a video on this. And also to all those who've been interested in my journey and how I started and where I am and what I am doing and what advice I have for a lot of people. If you've been following me on my Instagram, I normally put out these things you should do, things you shouldn't do. And maybe sometimes I even mention them in my YouTube videos. And also if you're on my Twitter, I think you also see some hints on what other things will influence your photography and all that. So today's video, I will want to answer these questions. Probably these questions are more like, who is Joey Dutch behind the Joey Dutch on Instagram, right? So today's video, I'm looking at answering all these questions, and which is a comeback for my frequently asked questions. So welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for coming back to watch this particular video. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, do subscribe like right now. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for supporting. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for coming to watch this channel. Make sure you subscribe before you leave, because I share a lot of content educating you on how to shoot, how to edit, and also vlogs like these to answer any other questions you have. So let's just jump into the very first question. How did you get into photography? So how did I get into photography? I was in level 200, right? I don't have like a clear path to photography, but there are a couple of stories that combine to actually push me into starting photography. So the first one has to deal with in level 200, right? After school, I used to visit a friend back home, and most of the time you don't find me at home, you find me at his end. I used to even crash at the end. I used to crash at his end most of the time during vacation if I'm not working, right? I used to work also as a student. You're working, you need the money to continue education. So I used to work. Then when I come back home, this particular vacation I didn't work. I spent majority of the vacation at his end, and I remember one night we were struggling to get Indomie. Like, it's that funny. We were struggling to get Indomie. We walked the whole area and we had only 7 cedis. 7 cedis for 2 people. If you don't know what 7 cedis, I don't know what country you're watching this in, but if you convert 7 Ghana cedis into whatever currency you have, it's that little. And we were just 2 people trying to struggle between how to share 7 cedis to buy Indomie. And this idea sprang up from my friend, and he was like, what if we pick up a camera? We have this old photo people. Old photo people are the people who come to your house. If you're in Ghana, you know who an old photo is, but if you're not, let me try to explain. Old photos are people who usually come to your house, and they usually ask if you have family pictures, family portraits, or you have pictures of yourself. Then they will offer to take pictures at very affordable prices, right? So he suggested we do that kind of job where we go to the churches we equally represent. Then we tell them that, oh, hey, this is what we do. We want to take pictures for you at this amount. And we're looking at 5 Ghana cedis. And right from there, I got back to school. It was like, if I get back to school, I should learn how to take pictures with the camera. and I think you shoot from there. I remember taking a friend's T5. I remember borrowing someone's T3, someone's 80D. Majority of the time I was using the Nikon camera, so I started mostly with the Nikon camera. Then it ended up with the T5. Then I fell in love with Canon. Then I met a group of people, we collaborated, and we bought my first camera, which is the Canon 6D and a 50mm f1.4 gold ring lens. And yeah, it started from there. So level 200 second semester, started 300, 400, then it picked up from there, and I am who I am today because of that particular conversation I had with my friend. So yeah, that's how I started photography, for all those who want to know. So the second question, what motivates you to create? This is a very deep question to ask a creative, because motivation comes in a lot of forms. For me, when I started, what motivated me to create was seeing seeing the images I wanted to see on my page on someone's page. I don't know if you get what I mean. You see very well edited, curated shots, beauty image, and I'm like, I want to do this. I want to have this on my page. I want to be also known for the fact that Joey can shoot this. So that used to motivate me a lot when I was starting, and which isn't a good practice. In a way it is for those who are upcoming, but if you stay so much well, or if you grow in the business, you realize that you need to actually create for you and nobody else, right? So don't create what people want you to create what you want to create. That is my advice for you when it comes to motivation. So right now, if you should ask me what motivates me to shoot is you people, YouTube. Like, I need to create content to be able to teach you guys on how I am making this possible with a little gear or less gear, or how I'm making that possible using so and so lighting and all that. So yeah, my motivation for creation now is my YouTubers. Back then, it used to be what I can do to put out my name there, that Joey Dutch created this particular image. So I hope you also go through the journey. It's always good to go through the journey rather than just jump from, let's say, a class of 0 to class 10 in a go. I actually rushed with photography. If you should look at how I have improved over time, I think I'm 2 years professionally into photography and 4 years. Like, generally I'm 4 years old in photography, but 2 years professionally. I don't want to delve into what professional photography is, maybe in another video. All right, so let's go to the third question. How did you find your style of photography? This question, when I'm asked all the time, I'm like, I didn't find my style. I actually, it's also a follow-up from what motivates me. So back then, motivation was more of what I said, looking up to people, wanting to create what they wanted to create. I usually got my style from trying to recreate what somebody had created, and at the end I end up making sure I get something different from what they have created. So if you were with me from 2018, for the people who follow me from 2017, I was well known for color grading. But if I should look at my 2017 images, those who were believing me for color grading were, or maybe that was the best they could see at that time, right? But my style came from the idea that I wanted to portray how someone looked naturally. I used to do a lot of no makeup shoots when I started photography. So for those who know me from 2017, 2018, even in 2019, I think I started makeup shoots in beginning 2019. So ending 2018, I ended my journey on no makeup photography when it comes to beauty, and I used to shoot a lot. I mean, like a lot. You guys, I don't know. For those who used to follow me back then, you'd know that I was more into no makeup beauty photography, and I was shooting a lot of outdoors, and I was trying to get away with not having a lot of gears to shoot. So mostly you see me use the reflector a lot. I remember one time someone told me I had made the price of reflector gone up. I don't know if it was true, but he said it. I believed it, and I went around saying it. All right, so yeah, so my style my style. Finding my style wasn't easy. I will advise anyone who is starting photography that shoot everything you need to shoot. Don't restrict yourself to say one style. For the kind of geography or the geographical area I find myself in, you can't have one style. Believe me, you can't be just a beauty photographer, or you can't be just a food photographer, or just a wedding photographer, or just an event photographer. You need to be a master of, I think, 3 or 4 genres in photography when you're here in Ghana. So me finding my style, you should, in as much as I have my style, I have, a foot in all of these genres I just mentioned. But making sure you have a style is also key, because if for anything, when all these genres don't work, you fall back to what you believe you're good in. So finding my style, what my style is right now, I call myself a beauty photographer here in Ghana. So I'm mostly a beauty photographer. Finding that style came from making sure I need to show how good and how beautiful all the ladies I shoot, their skin looks like when they were without makeup. Now I shoot it with makeup, but it's more minimal makeup than what we call the punch, or I don't know how to put it, that lot of makeup on them people's face, usually related to bridal makeup. So the next question is, how did you gain your confidence to shoot? For example, shooting with new people. Shooting with new people is not a big deal, trust me. You don't okay, I don't know where she's coming from, I don't know where you might also be coming from, but from my end, I used to not like to talk to a lot of people. I used to want to be on my own, be by myself, not relate to a lot of people, and I used to not being seen, because who is going to look at this boy? If I should show you a picture of me in 2017, I don't think you even look at me. No, you won't. But now, making progress in this business, growing, understanding what you need to do to be able to stay consistent and all that, it gets you, or it gives you that energy to overcome whatever quote unquote shyness or quote unquote introvert self you are. I don't know if you get what I mean, but that being said, you should start with your friends. Getting the confidence to shoot with people, you should start with your friends, right? Because your friends, if you have very good friends, they will tell you, you're doing a bad thing, you're doing a good thing. So starting with your friends, you can start with that conversation with your friends. Then maybe, just maybe, when you're going in for the new person, have a common ground when you're shooting somebody new. Like mostly, when it's ladies, I usually start with what do I even start with? What do I start with? Yeah, basically I start with what you like, what you're into. Yeah, mostly it's what you are into, and I make sure to find a conversation from what you're usually into. Sometimes you hear them say, "Oh, I'm into food." Then I'll chip in the fact that I shoot food and I know how to cook, and I'm like, "Oh wow, really?" When I come, cook for me and all that. Like, just anything to create a conversation to ease that tension between you and the person you're about to shoot. So from there, I think I built up the confidence to talk to a lot of people. Now I know how to talk to somebody when I want to shoot the person. During the set, I make sure I'm open as usual. Like, I'm brutally honest, if you don't know. Like, I'm very, very brutally honest, and I like to call myself one, because if it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's nice, it's nice. If it's not nice, I won't tell you it's nice. All right, the last question should be, do you have any advice for up and coming photographers trying to make it in the industry? I remember my cinematographer coming to me, telling me, "Oh, he wants to bring something new to the table." I remember this conversation. It was with my mentor, right? we were eating wachi, and this boy said, we asked him, "Why do you want to do photography?" "Well, I want to bring something new to the table." We asked him, "What kind of table? Like, which table is he talking about? Here in Ghana?" You are joking. So my advice to any beginner photographer, you should have a mentor. It's really key. Having a mentor, having a direction to which you want to send your photography towards is very key. If you don't have a mentor, I won't say you'll be lost. You'll be hanging in the air. I don't know if you get what I mean, but having a mentor sends you in the right direction. I believe the people I have met also made sure I was on the right path, and the people I've been able to get in contact with to teach, to mentor, to tutor, I know they've also found their path in photography. And I have a few of them. I can attest that they are doing really good in this industry. So yeah, the very advice I have for anyone who is coming into photography, it's not about the gear, it's not about the light. No, wait. It's about the light, but it's not about the gear, right? It's not about the gear. It's not about how good you are. It's not about the 5D Mark IV, the R5. It's about the R5 though. You know, you need the R5, but it's not about that. You should get what I mean. It's not about all that. If you have all that and you have little or no direction to what you want to send your photography journal to, I'm not sure you make it as a very good creative in the industry. So to all those out there who are willing to start photography, this is my advice for you. The last thing I want to let you guys remember is create for yourself. Don't create for anybody. Trying to create for someone, you end up doing a lot of things you didn't want to do for yourself, and you won't be happy, right? That's where passion projects come in. So have to yourself should I say a stipulated amount of time to create passion projects, or you have days set down to create passion. I like doing a lot of passion projects than paid jobs. I don't know why. I want to show you how good I am, just so that I'll be able to produce more videos so that you guys can learn. So most of the time I'm doing more passion projects than paid jobs, but luckily enough, the paid jobs are able to sustain me when, you know, I'm doing more of my passion projects. So yeah, my advice for you, like the final advice, is don't create for people, create for yourself. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this content, kindly leave me a thumbs up. Leave down in the comment section below if you have any questions, and if you love to see more content like this, just let me know down in the comment section box below. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm still selling my presets. Charlie, I need money. You guys should come and purchase this. I need money to do a lot of things. I'm sure I'll be putting up a lot of should I say, I want to start this YouTube premium thing, but hey, that should be by the way. But I want to do more of these FAQs. So if you have any questions you want to ask, like I said earlier, leave them down in the comment section box. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. If you're already here and you know you're supporting the channel, make sure you share this video to any other person who wants to know how I started and what my journey in photography is and was or is to be. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.